Hey guys, I'm Jared.
I'm Dan.
You're watching Grab a Gear. And today, we're going to be reviewing this 2021 Cross Sport Atlas from Volkswagen. It is the R-Line edition. And honestly, phenomenal little car. So let's take a look at it. Alright guys, so like we said, this is a 2021 Volkswagen Atlas. It is the Cross Sport edition, and it is the R-Line, which I thought was pretty cool when we drove it. Honestly, it was an amazing vehicle. And before we get started, actually, we need to give a shout out to Kistner Motors here in Grand Junction, Colorado. They allowed us to take this vehicle and a few others for a few days and actually test them out. If you're ever in the need of a vehicle and you're near Grand Junction, or actually anywhere, look up Kistner Motors, Grand Junction, Colorado, and give Colby Wells a call. He'll be more than happy to take care of you. They have tons of high quality vehicles, so give him a call, all right guys? Let's get back to this one. So, nice part about this Volkswagen Atlas is what it has under the hood. But here's the thing, you guys can get those numbers anywhere. We want to give you more of an in-depth, what's the word I want to use? What's it like to own it type experience.
Absolutely. That's why we took it out for about 3 days and a couple nights and just driving around so you get really feel for it. And that's why even for us, like, we got a combined average there of about 19 gallons between our city and highway driving that we're doing. Got up to about 22 on the highway, which is not bad for a larger SUV here. And then about 16 in town was the average, but our combined was right about 19 with the way that I drive as an old man.
And honestly, the great thing about this one is the engine. Like I said, you guys can get the numbers anywhere from any website, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on it. But this one has a 3.6 liter, 276 horsepower, naturally aspirated engine, made it up to an 8-speed transmission. It's all-wheel drive, it fits 5 people, and I mean, it's just a great little ride. So guys, let's take a look inside the Atlas. One of the best parts about the Atlas that I found was the driver-oriented cockpit. It really feels like you're connected to the car. The infotainment center was phenomenal. The steering wheel, love it with the new R-Line edition badge that they put on it. The cluster gauges and everything were just perfect. They lit up wonderfully. It was gorgeous. The seats were great. Here's the downside I had with it. They don't really hold you in place that good, but you know, it's not a sports car. It's an SUV crossover type thing. I really did like the shifter, the fact that it goes into a sport mode or whatever you want to call it. Overall, the interior of the driver's section was just awesome, and it felt great. You really felt connected to the vehicle. A couple other things that we really liked about this vehicle is, one, the center console. It is soft touch, great stitching. I think it looks great. And honestly, you could fit, well, what I was gonna say, I can't say. So you could fit a lot of coffee beans in there. It's really big. I really love the fact that this elegant looking mirror is just beautiful. It's frameless and it's just awesome. It looks great. I love it. So much attention to detail. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, it's actually a really comfortable car with plenty of room on the interior and a humongous sunroof that you can even enjoy as a passenger in the back seat. And as you saw with a full-size adult in the front, this vehicle actually has plenty of room in the back for another adult. Not my knees are touching or anything else, and the back seat's actually pretty comfortable for a full-size person.
One of the other great parts that we like to do on our channel, guys, everybody says, oh, you can fit 5 people in this vehicle comfortably. I don't think you really could. 5 grown men, you couldn't fit 5 in here comfortably. Now you could fit 5 small children, but this is Dan and I sitting here. This is how much room I have between my head and the roof. Same with Dan about. Now if I scoot over to the middle here, you'll see how close I am to Dan.
And that's actually in the center of the vehicle.
Yeah. You have a little bit more headroom, but this would not be comfortable. So I would give this more along the 4 passenger if they're adults. You could do 5.
But easily 4 passengers with a center armrest
Exactly,
down.
which is nice. It is a soft touch armrest, which I will give them props for. Sunroof is beautiful.
And then having your power accessories come out of the rear console here is just great for actually keeping your phone charged. And there's even a 110 outlet back here.
Yep, which is awesome. All right, guys, so obviously, if you buy a crossover, you more than likely either have children, plan on having children, or a lot of dogs, or a dozen cats. To carry all those things around, mostly the cats, it's best to have room. So back here in the back, with the seats up, you have 20.6 cubic feet of space, which, let's be honest, not bad. You could easily fit a few people if needed right here. Dan, how much does it have with the seats down?
So with the fold flat seats, you actually end up with 96.8 cubic feet of space. Just nice pull of the lever and pushing forward. There you go. You can easily slide Jared as an adult inside again.
Exactly. And plenty of room to go camping with all those cats or dogs.
Another great feature about this Atlas, though, is that actually it comes equipped with a tow package with an actual rating of up to 5,000 pounds. So enough for like a little ultralight pop-up camper if you need be, or even if you want to have your ATV trailer to take it with you.
You know, we did hook it up to that small little pop-up that we have, and it towed it no problem. You know, I think the pop-up weighed, what, 2,300 pounds?
I think it's actually 2,250.
2,250, and it felt reasonably good. You know, you could tell it was back there, but it did tow it up the mountains, no problem. All right, guys, well, that sort of wraps up what we had to say about this Volkswagen Atlas. I will say there is a few Easter eggs that I liked about it, though. The people's car didn't let down. It's still a great car. We had a great time with it. We really enjoyed it. And honestly, for the size, the price, the power, the transmission was great. I mean, I don't have any real negatives about the car.
It's just a great little get-around SUV is what it is for you. And it's a really quiet on-the-road experience, too.
Yeah, and I agree with Dan on that. Again, I want to give a shout out to Kistner Motors here in Grand Junction, Colorado. Give Colby a chance. He is a great guy. His family has owned Kistner Motors for more than 20 years. All right, guys, we're going to take this Atlas back, and we're going to take another car for another few days.